or what Brits would call a barbecue. Sodium bicarb, as the Brits would say.
Bob's your uncle, as the Brits would say.
The Brits call it a cheese slice.
And British chocolate in particular tends to taste kind of fatty to me.
Or as the Brits would call it, cider. And for me, I believe the British term would be claggy.
Brits would call this corn flour, and that's technically more accurate.
Brits would call it double cream.
Could he have picked a more British example?
Brits, your golden syrup would work. Brits call it a grill. Brits, that means your grill. Brits call a grill. Brits would call that a grill.
Brits would call it a hob.
In goes a knob of butter, as the Brits would say.
Oh, sorry, Brits. Macaroni cheese. The Brits call it minced, even though it's actually been ground.
As the Brits would say, a chicken pie. Very broad definition of pie the Brits have. Or rocket, as the Brits would say. I believe Brits would call it eye of rump, or what the Brits unappetizingly refer to as sediment. Brits would call it a sirloin. Which, by the way, Brits, when Americans talk about a sirloin, that's part of what you call the rump. What you call a sirloin is what we generally call the strip steak. Brits call it a sirloin. It's those classic British cold weather pumpkin spices also happen to be curry spices because colonialism. Crunchy, well, you gotta think like a Brit.
The Victorian-era British Empire could not buy enough New England ice.
And who makes the best roast potatoes? The Brits. And to my British viewers, I say courgette.